So this new Japanese, let's call it a psychological thriller movie, Exit 8, caught my attention after I saw some clips of it on TikTok. So last night I decided to go see it on the big screen, and I gotta say, I was not disappointed. Apparently the film is actually based on a video game, which I didn't know until literally just now when I was kind of writing out this script, so I can't comment on how accurate the movie is, to the game at least. But I will say, as a film in and of itself, I think it's absolutely brilliant. The film follows this young man who just found out that his ex girlfriend is pregnant. The guy's not really sure if he's capable of really being a father figure in this kid's life, so on his way off the subway, he finds himself in this infinite looping subway station. It's kind of hard to describe. It's one of those things where you just kind of have to let it play out. According to some directions he finds on the wall in this subway station, he has to find these anomalies, so anything that shouldn't be there. And if he does find an anomaly, he has to turn around, and then that will get him to the next subway station, or the next exit, I should say. And if he doesn't find one, he's supposed to go on. If he's correct in that there is no anomaly, he gets to the next subway station. If he's correct in that there is an anomaly, he still gets to the next subway station. But if he is wrong in either case, he gets sent back to exit 0. And so the whole film is him working his way from exit 0 to exit 8. That's the really kind of simplified version, and even then I'm not sure I really got it across, but I'm also trying not to spoil anything because this is a spoiler-free review at the end of the day, so you're just going to have to take my word for it. It is genuinely a really interesting story. I think a lot of people will be quick to call it a horror movie, and while there are definitely a few creepy elements in it, I don't think I would necessarily categorize it as a horror movie. I think it's more of like a psychological thriller. It kind of keeps you guessing, keeps the viewer forcibly paying attention. Because I know, at least for me, I was constantly looking to see if I could spot any anomalies myself. And I really like movies like that really invite the audience in on the action going on. Because shocker, our protagonist doesn't always spot the anomalies. Otherwise the movie would literally be 10, 15 minutes long. I would say it's definitely worth a watch. I know I'm late to this, and I doubt the theatrical run will go on much longer, but I'd still say it's worth catching on the big screen if you can, and otherwise it's definitely worth watching once it's on streaming. I know I'm personally not really a horror guy. Those movies just, I don't know, they don't really resonate with me. I've tried multiple times, I've tried different sub-genres of horror, I don't know, but I will say I really do like psychological kind of horror movies, and again, not really the most horror of horror movies, if that makes sense, but I think that this one in particular, it really makes you think, and I really like that. So I definitely would recommend it. I also really like the elements where it kind of invites the audience in to participate. I think that's really cool, you know. But with that all said, I would land on an 8 out of 10 ranking for this movie. Like I said, I think it's my favorite type of horror movie. It's more psychological than anything. The only reason I'm docking it 2 points is I don't really know necessarily how well it'll hold up on rewatch. Just because you'll know all the twists that are coming. It's only an hour and a half, so I don't know. I don't know if there's really a lot there beyond that initial watch, but I would say that initial watch is definitely it'll be one of your coolest horror cinematic experiences of the year. So I would definitely say it's worth catching on the big screen if you can. Otherwise, definitely catch it when it's on streaming. But with that all said, that's it for this review. Thank you all for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe. Check out my podcast for weekly movie reviews, breakdowns. It's all on this channel. So with that all said, thank you all for watching.